Hi everybody, it is Kasey Wynn, and for this video I want to reflect back on my time in Dallas with Ty and Leon. So, be honest with you, I'm calling myself out. My time in Dallas, before I went to Dallas, Ty was like, hey, go and interview people, get as much interviews as possible using all of the new equipment, because I recently got a new equipment. I recently got a lot of new equipment, whereas I have like these wireless mics I'm hooked up to, so it goes into the camera, and I have the backup audio thing, whereas like if this audio, the in-camera audio dies out, I have a backup one where the audio goes into. I got a new camera, got some new lens, a lot of new equipment to try to help create, to try to improve the quality for you guys and push my efforts to another level and all of stuff. It's all part of the growth process of my journey. And so with that being said, he's like, you need to get out there and use this equipment before you go to the big projects that you want to work on, so that you know how to work around this equipment and you don't run into obstacles and hurdles, and when you get to the location you can set it up and make the process as seamless as possible, not just for you but for the people you're working with. If they see that, hey, she just showed up and set all this up and we didn't have to do anything, she really knew her stuff. He was telling me all of this, and he was like, this is why you need to get in front of the camera with more than one person, go and interview people and all of that. And so, like I said, I'm gonna call myself out. He told me to do that, and then I continued making videos of just myself. I was like, you know, learning how to use it with one camera, with one mic, the audio recorder and all of that. It's the same thing as using two wireless for two people, and then four, and so on and so on. So when I got to Dallas, I was confident, right? I know how to use this equipment. I know how to use everything. I know how to navigate through it and all of that. And then it did not work out that way, guys. I had a lot of troubleshooting to do. Ty even called me out, was like, do you know how to work this? He's like, this is why I was telling you to go and interview people. And the thing with him is, like, he's never like yelling at me or anything. He'll tell me like the advice I give you and why I give you this advice, and then when I run through a hurdle, that's why I advise you to do it. And then he'll call me out on it. You didn't go and do it. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't go and interview people. I stood in front of the camera like I'm doing now. And so with that being said, I wanted to reflect back on the experience, because not only am I calling myself out and owning up to not doing what he was advising me to do, but also understanding that, hey, I do need to become more prepared. And so I'll be honest with you, after that experience, I do know how to use my equipment better. Obviously, there's some stuff that I can learn. Like the other day, I was troubleshooting because my backup audio recorder went out. So I actually shipped that out and I'm waiting for it to come back. So right now I'm relying on the in-camera audio. But I'm learning how to do everything on my own, and learning the equipment and trying to get as efficient as possible, so that when I move on to the big projects, the process will be as seamless as possible. Like if I need to go and interview somebody, I can just mic them up and set everything up within like 10 minutes hopefully, and be like, okay, we're ready to go and all of that. And so with that being said, that was an experience I wanted to reflect back on. He told me to do something. He advised me to do something. He didn't tell me. He advised me, hey, get out there, go and do it, get to know your equipment. You're gonna come up here. We're gonna shoot some content with me. We're gonna shoot some content with me, as in Ty, and then we're gonna shoot some with Leon, and then them two together and all of that. And I got up there thinking it's gonna go smooth, and it didn't go smooth. The great thing about that is I didn't let it get frustrated. I didn't let myself get frustrated to where I wanted to quit. Like the first time I was in Austin with him, and we ran into a lot of obstacles, which is why we got all this new equipment to try to make it as seamless as possible. But what was also great about that too is, like, he wasn't getting frustrated. He was like, see, let's take in how you're reacting now, and are you getting frustrated? He'll point out, are you getting frustrated? What's your workaround? What's the solution? Okay, what's the problem? here's the solution and all of that. But I wanted to share that story with you guys because he did advise me to put myself out there. It's the same way as when I started this journey. I started with, I know early on a lot of people complained in the comments about poor audio, which is why we got wired lavalier mics where you hook it straight to the camera, and then we moved on to wireless. So I'm working my way up. And then I videoed off of an iPhone, and now I'm videoing off of a professional camera. I didn't have no backup audio, so if the audio was crap, I'd have to reshoot it. And so it's like with everything, I'm trying to, once I get into the groove of one thing, I'm trying to, okay, what's the next step to make it better? How can I push myself? How can I elevate it to the next level and all of that? And so what he was advising me on this aspect of was like, you have all this equipment, get in front of the cameras so that you can mess up as much as you want. And when it comes time for the big projects, you actually know how to troubleshoot everything and know how to set it up and all of that. And what happened with that was like I told you guys earlier, I didn't go and do it. So then I had to troubleshoot when we were in Dallas, and it wasted a lot of time. And I was like, I thought back to myself, I was like, that's why. It made me realize that's why he was pushing it so hard. Like, hey, get yourself in front of the camera and interview people. I know it might be awkward, but you'll get over it once you put yourself out there, etc., etc. And so, yeah, that's my story for you guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content that we are posting, please subscribe to our channel. And if you have any comments or suggestions, they go below. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.